And welcome back, everybody. We're doing part 2 of the anime episode. We left off with favorite movies, and you'll see, I'll take a picture of it so everyone can see. Our whiteboard, thanks to Cody, is littered with a bunch of just garbled up nonsense.
You're welcome.
Hey, Matt has something to do with that.
There's a method.
Matt did some writing.
He just had to call somebody out. Like, he had to throw somebody on the
Hey, at least he's not throwing out what he hates. At least it's something productive this time.
Or it has to do with the conversation. Superman, go backwards.
This time on Bush League Geek, part 2 of the anime conversation. Chris chimes in.
Productively.
Oh, man. So y'all realize we like to bust each other's balls, get some shit out, stuff like that. So let's go on with the anime episode with favorite movies out of the way. So what do we want to go with on this continuation of epicness? That's not.
What have we all been guilty of watching
Are we doing
that you might not be able to watch at
Are we
work?
doing that first or
Porn?
what? Get it out the way.
Has everyone in this room watched anime porn?
No.
It could be.
Why'd you say it like the
Let the record show. Let the record
I
show.
feel like you should add your honor to the end of that.
Let the record show, Your Honor. I, Cody McCollum, answering that question, no.
He plays the fifth?
I plead the fifth.
And then he
Wait,
smirks,
no.
and then he
One,
smirks
two,
like
three,
Bill's
four,
nut.
You plead the fifth. Yeah, you're basically criminalizing yourself.
It's hard to watch anime for too long without coming across it.
coming
They don't
across
warn
it.
you, man.
No.
Sometimes you'll be watching a regular show. Bam, it's porn.
That's what I was
It
gonna
shows
say.
up.
Yep, there is very much times where you'll watch or something that looks regular. We were talking about a fighting anime that he watched, and then they're fighting, and then bam, the clothes are just gone.
Okay, I won't lie. Yes, I've come across such things.
But you didn't watch
So
it.
But it was not hentai.
So you are Bill Clinton.
So you'll see that I have not perjured myself.
She did not say.
We know we've seen.
So is it that easy? Like, have you been sitting there and, like, have you ever made the mistake of watching anime with, say, a loved one?
No,
Or, you watch all your anime in private just in case?
none of my loved ones care about anime. So.
See, that's the problem, is finding
Yeah.
a significant other that's into it.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're
In case you
few and
find,
far
you can go to any,
between.
like, you're going to Dragon Con next
That's a
week.
unicorn.
Have you seen most of the women that are into anime?
Yeah, have you
And
seen
I'm
most
not
of the
talking
guys
about
that are
on
in it?
Facebook and Instagram. I'm talking like
Yeah,
in
no.
real
The
life.
real ones.
The real
I was
ones.
about to say the real ones.
Not the ones that have little Pomeranian dogs that catfish people.
Oh,
Not them.
Oh, that was a burn right there.
that was too soon.
Sorry,
Too soon for
Kevin.
that.
Shit happens.
I was the one that helped him do it, all right? I felt proud of that.
I
figured it
was
out.
about to say, like, you guys were like, let's do some background for him and stuff like that. I'm like, just let the man be.
Off topic.
Just let him go.
Yeah, but if we'd have let him go and it got sucked in, it'd have been...
Rein it back.
All right.
Yeah.
Segue. No, that's not even a segue.
Nope.
Alright, guilty pleasure. I'll go ahead and say mine. I gotta go on my phone if it come up.
Next person.
All right, next.
Yeah,
Guilty pleasure. Oh God, I don't know. Maybe Ponyo or My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that you shouldn't watch past like
Man,
12.
you gotta
That's-
wave that. I watch Ponyo. I'll tell a whole theater of people I
Right.
watch Ponyo.
I went to the theater.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went to the theater. To see
Opening
Ponyo.
night, I was there at midnight to see
Right.
Ponyo, man. That ain't no guilty pleasure.
What is Ponyo?
It's
Ponyo by the Sea?
yeah.
It's a Little Mermaid.
Ponyo by the Sea. I'm so glad you clarified
No,
that shit.
it's one of Miyazaki's.
yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro guy did
We-
The Little Mermaid.
We mentioned earlier that
Right.
Miyazaki's like the Japanese Walt Disney, so it's fairly younger crowd for that
Oh, okay.
particular movie. So it's like being open about going to watch, Frozen.
All right, well then, guilty pleasure.
Although most of Miyazaki stuff again is far better than.
Oh yeah.
most of
Well then,
the
another
stuff.
guilty pleasure would be Chobits.
Yeah.
Chobits works, yeah, you can
Yeah.
say Chobits.
I mean, from that first episode when he figures out how to turn her on, I was like, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Figure out how to turn her on.
Now, when you say
She
turn
was
her
like
on,
she has like a button with back of her head
It's-
or back.
it's
Oh, never
in a
mind.
cooler.
Turns her on with a button.
She's the
I'm just
unique
saying
one.
exactly
that
what
has-
it
Given the
was. That's
previous
right. I forgot
subject.
about that.
Turns her on
See,
with a
what's
button.
funny about that
I forgot all
series
about that. Yes.
is
Oh, yeah, I
she
found it.
turns on about like every other woman.
Yeah.
It's really hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Ah.
I forgot.
All right, so for the next show, we add a snare drum and some cymbals for Matt's little jokes. Guilty pleasures?
Tenjo Tenge.
Oh, I'll go with that. Tenjo Tenge was.
I had to dig
was
it up. I
good.
couldn't remember the name. But
It was good though. I liked it.
Yeah,
it
but
was
we
a.
didn't
it
watch
was a,
it because it was good.
Well,
No.
maybe.
Wait, why did
The
you
action
watch
in it was actually excellent though. The fighting scene was really cool. It was pretty funny.
What is it? Or now that I've got my phone, I have just restarted for no reason. Iki Tosin?
Same thing as Tenjo Tenge.
Same thing?
Yeah.
I started watching that one day. I was like, oh, well, all right.
And like you said, it just kind of creeps up on you. You think it's about fighting.
Yeah.
The whole thing is about fighting. And
And the
then
next
just,
thing you know, they're
someone-
fighting in mini skirts.
someone
And like,
lost-
oh,
yeah, someone
somebody
lost
just
their
did a
shirt.
flip and got this dude in the chokehold with their legs. And
Yeah.
there's her underwear.
All right, mine, and this is, I got started on the comics, and I read a lot of comics. I haven't watched a lot of the show, but My Sonic Koku, man, and like I didn't get into
Sonic Koku?
Inuyasha. I wasn't a big
I heard of
Ranma
that.
1/2 fan, but there's this other comic that lady
Oh,
did.
Ranma's
It's not an action comic. It's not. It's this lady that owns a tenement building, and she's like a widower, and she has these two dudes that she like has a love triangle with, and it's just a romance comic. But I swear to God, I've got like 20 issues of My Sonic Koku. I've read them over and over. I don't know what it is about it that has me reading. Every other anime I watch, boy, you better have robots punching each other, right? I ain't even half interested. But My Sonic Koku, I see that in a comic book store, and I'm like, I'll get 10 of the same issue, man.
Cody, what you got?
Yeah, I'll just go with Heaven's Lost Property. It's very ridiculous.
Yeah.
And,
Seen that one, too.
you've seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of nosebleeds in that one.
I haven't seen
But
it.
it's I don't know. It's entertaining to watch to me. It's funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody. It's kind of hard to say a guilty pleasure when I'm not really, I guess, ashamed of watching
of
it.
it, right?
Yeah.
But I guess a few that I thought were really cheesy, I had to get everybody to watch it because I thought it was really cheesy and really funny. Was The Devil is a Part-Timer. It's still one I've watched it a few times. It was all about the devil and he gets a job in McDonald's. As soon as I saw that premise, I was like, I have to watch it. And it was so funny.
Oh, it is pretty funny.
It's
The devil
funny,
works
but
at
like I
McDonald's.
said,
and
they'll
it's just weird.
subtitle, they'll speak Japanese,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they'll start talking German.
Yeah.
Or Switzerland.
Random
It's because
language.
they changed, they changed the realm that the
It's
devil
just like,
came
what-
from, and they're speaking his
Yeah, it's weird.
native tongue from that realm. But it was definitely real goofy.
And I guess I got to put the Digimon movie up there since I already played that card. Everybody knows I like the Digimon movie now. The conversation with that is people walk up and they're like, "Hey, did you like Pokemon when you were a kid?" And then I look at my shoes and I go, "No, I liked Digimon." You didn't watch that one or even care about it.
I don't know the Navy SEAL signals. I only know the Air Force signals.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's from. Never mind.
Let me guess.
But all right.
Okay, guilty
I
pleasure.
think what
South
were we
Park.
gonna? I think we wanted to move in. I guess favorite action,
Yeah, we can
or at
do
least
that.
some notable action series.
Like for those that are into genre-based things.
Yeah. Because obviously we mentioned earlier about trying to get new people into something, and a good way to do it is to figure out what they like. So we wanted to base it on what they like. Maybe start with something like the most common section being.
I don't know. Let's go to the whiteboard that someone's so fucking proud of.
Cody, why don't you just take the reins?
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and segue into some of our favorite action animes. Segue.
While
I
Cody
like
looks
that
at the
word.
board like Dr. Claw.
All right. I'll go ahead and start off, I guess. I know we touched on it a little bit in part one. One of my favorite action, like when I think of straight up action anime. And when I say action, I just mean like story's okay, but you just love the action in it. I'll go with Bleach. I love the progression in it.
Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
you're satisfied
It's
with,
amazing.
with the power levels they achieve in every episode.
I'm very satisfied.
His spirit energy is amazing.
They've got so many power levels.
See, we bring that up because Chris has been catching up on Bleach lately.
Yes.
He has a
And
few
this
complaints.
is something that Chris may want to touch on just a little
He
bit.
knew catching up with done with it. Finished.
Yeah.
All right, good talk.
Good talk.
I'm gonna put Afro Samurai up there at the top for favorite
Oh,
action.
damn.
I love Dragon
That's
Ball
good.
Z, and I might say that Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite of all time. But if you're going for action, it's newer, it's classier. I gotta go with Afro Samurai. A little bit over.
I got I watched a lot, obviously, and there's a few that I like a lot. One of the shows that I like a lot it's hard for me to recommend simply for how long it is, though, is I actually like One Piece a lot. And I think One Piece is up to episode 706. So it's hard for me to recommend anyone watch 700 episodes of just about anything. So if you narrowed it down a little bit, even Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has some fantastic action in it. Even that's 64 episodes, I believe. So I've had to drop it a little bit lower than that.
It's like 4 or 5 seasons?
5 seasons.
5
Netflix
seasons?
only has 4. But yeah, I really liked Full Metal's action. But again, even that's hard to recommend sometimes. It's a little bit long. But One Piece is excellent to me.
Myself, for action, I would have to agree with Full Metal Alchemist and having quite a bit of action. But I'd also like to throw in maybe Samurai Champloo. It has a good bit of story, but the fighting is amazing.
Absolutely.
And the different styles of fighting that they're in there.
Yeah,
from the best technique to the most berserk.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, when Gene and Mugen like face off for the first time, like it's so ridiculous.
Right.
Because Mugen's got like that breakdance style.
Yeah.
But it works.
Like he's pulling out capoeira or something.
and it's like so erratic and unpredictable, man. It's so awesome.
But also, I'm going to throw out Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Amazing action in that
I
one.
love it. It actually goes back into the One Piece thing I mentioned. Naruto Shippuden at least is over 400 episodes long, so it's hard to get someone into that as well. But if you're willing to invest it, I think it's pretty good.
To me, I never finished the 200 episodes of the first series.
Yeah, 220 or 240.
Yeah. I got to like 120, 130,
So did I.
and just kind of stopped.
I did too.
And then I picked back up on the new series, and I knew enough about the characters.
You didn't miss anything.
To be vested in the characters, to where, I mean, by the time you see all the involvement with Naruto and Gaara, and then what happens with the Sand Hokage, and then how that plays out in like the first 10 to 20 episodes. I mean, you just get invested in that short amount of time. So it's something to start somebody with.
Man.
Like if they're familiar with Naruto, I would jump them into that.
It's
how about
a lot
How
better.
about that Jiraiya storyline though? When it picks back up in Shippuden.
No,
Jeez.
how much of that have you watched?
I watched
really,
most of it.
It's really good.
Yeah,
The
I watched most of
Jiraiya
it.
is excellent, man.
Oh, I've seen all of that.
Yeah, but even further in, it's
it's very few shows that can do things like an episode for Rock Lee. We're like you know when he finally goes, I can take the weights off, and you're like,
you're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of the first series.
Yeah,
he dropped it. I was like, what are those, 5 pounds? And he dropped it. Oh, boom!
The whole stadium shakes. They're like,
sweet off. That was absolutely amazing.
For me, with action, it's hard to recommend, though. We've talked about before. I really like the action sequences in Eva.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to recommend that to anybody as a first.
Yeah.
Fast big robots. Big robots are always slow. They did fast big robots.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's true. It was.
That story is hard to grasp, though.
It was that humanoid form.
It was very strange.
That's why I really liked the very first Gundam.
Yeah.
The action scenes in it, because the main characters had their own specific Gundams that was custom to themselves. And you see them come in, you're like, oh, wait, there's that one Gundam that nobody can pilot.
Yeah.
And somebody at the end of it does. And it's good stuff.
Yeah, which one? Now, are you talking about like just regular, like Gundam Wing?
I think it's the very first one. Because there were like 6 or 7
Mobile Suit Gundam, probably.
It's not 8th MS.
No, it wasn't Mobile Suit Gundam. It was actually
I
Gundam
think he's
Wing.
thinking Wing.
Yeah, Gundam Wing.
I think he's thinking Wing. Because for most of the U.S., Gundam Wing was the first.
Yeah.
Toonami.
And then what, like
I got
DVDs
of the movie on my
something
bookshelf.
came
And they did 8th MS Team.
8th MS Team, yeah, and then it was like 041 or something like that.
You know what I really liked, man?
And then
for
G
the action?
Gundam. The best
G
Gundam of them all.
I love G Gundam
No, man,
so
G
much,
Gundam's
man.
terrible.
It was awesome, man. I love G Gundam.
He said
He said, I don't care. I was about to say it before he said
volleyball.
G Gundam was awesome to me, man. The Burning Gundam?
He lobbed it up so nice.
But see, in G Gundam, man, they actually piloted their Gundams like the right way.
Racist.
They were like racist, man. You know what? now that I think about it, maybe it was.
The Mexican Gundam. So the thing is, everybody
I
fights
just
their.
thought about that.
The Mexican Gundam, number one, they live in a sombrero in space. And the Mexican Gundam
Did you
gets
say they live
stolen.
in a sombrero?
Yes, the Americans' number one weapon, our like big weapon, is a giant floating Statue of Liberty in space
Yeah,
that shoots a
that's
laser
true.
out of the torch.
While they're in
That is
a
true.
Mexican sombrero.
They're in a sombrero in space, and
So is
their
it
fight
racist
when
or
we fight
nationalist?
when we
it's
fight the
like-
Mexican one, it
Ah.
gets
Every
stolen.
country
They
has like
steal their own Gundam from themselves to
Yeah,
fight
like
us.
every country
You
has
cannot
their own
be
like,
more
a
racist.
space station. And their space station would have different
I didn't watch that
Gundams
one.
and stuff. It was awesome to me though. They had the Shuffle Alliance in there.
I like the master
Yes.
guy that fought with the towels.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was rad.
Yeah.
That was rad as hell. But it was pretty racist.
It's
I
funny
can-
the
I
things
can
that
tell you
some
this-
people remember about different shows.
Yeah, that
Like,
is true.
And I
I
can
remember
tell
that
you,
being super racist.
Japan is not known for being sensitive to the race. They
true.
do not
No.
care.
Right.
They do not
Mr.
care.
Popo.
Yeah.
I was like,
They
dude,
do
I'm not gonna
not
lie. I was watching
care.
Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Right? I was watching it yesterday. And of course, there's no like black characters in there.
Yeah.
But this one scene, like they go up against like these like a football team. They're all dressed like football players, right?
Yeah.
And then like they all get their clothes knocked off of them and stuff like that. And then everybody on the ground is just like colored black. Of course, like the football team, you're just gonna make them black. That's cool. But the quarterback was white, and he was the one that talked. It was cool.
man.
Like,
Yeah, they do.
I'm not mad at it.
They do
I'm
not
just saying,
apologize
like,
for
you
it.
know,
It's actually really funny most of the
unforgiving.
time. It's usually the token black guy with the afro.
Yeah, yeah, and they
And
all
he's
talk
probably
funny.
yeah,
Hey,
he's usually
what's
Jamaican
going
or has
on?
a super deep voice. Kill la Kill is one that has a lot of action in it, but it's over the top. It's hard to get someone new into it, but if you've seen
Super
something
over the top.
like Gurren Lagann, it's by the same studio that made Gurren Lagann. It's a little bit more popular. Both
Even-
of
Damn
those.
it, I love Gurren Lagann.
Even though for me, Dragon Ball Z had historic fights, especially the Majin Vegeta versus Goku fight. I feel like Bleach would probably have to win when it comes to fights. Just because you were just as anticipated as you would be with Dragon Ball Z, especially when Byakuya faced Ichigo for the second time. And Ichigo had so much power. You were so pumped for it. But not even just that, but when they were going against the Ronkars, where it was Ichigo versus Green Jiao, and also Kenpachi versus, I forgot his name, but he was the fifth Ronkar. That was also a really good fight. So to me, I feel
Yeah.
like Bleach, to me, would be a great action anime for people to watch.
Yeah, the Bleach has the underlying issue there. Of course, same thing, 360 something episode. The problem with that, again, if we keep going back to suggesting it to newcomers, is Bleach has filler that has absolutely nothing whatsoever to
Man.
do with the main story arc, and people get lost.
You would get into
It just
you would-
completely shifts out
you
of
get in the
nowhere.
middle
Naruto's got that same
of
problem.
a
Yeah.
very intense fight, and then right there, right where it's supposed to be like a final blow, boom, 10, 20 episodes that's completely
Different time period, different
different
characters,
time period,
everything.
completely random.
Yeah.
Like Ichigo is about to face, I think it was like season 6. He killed the bad guy. I forgot his name. Anyways, he kills him, and then the next day he just wakes up in his bed.
Yeah, next episode.
And then boom, filler for like 10, 20 episodes until I got to.
If you skip it, it's good. If you watch it all in one, succession or whatnot, you would definitely get confused.
So everybody keeps bringing it up, and we had posted a picture, it's like a meme, for some of our viewers to kind of interact with us and see what they thought. And if you had one choice of training with Goku or going on a date with your dream girl, what would you get Goku to teach you first?
Instant transmission.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's
Kaioken.
Man, I want to know. I want to do the fireball. I want to know the Kamehameha, man.
I would
I
even
don't need
do
to teleport, just
instant
shoot a fireball.
transmission or just flight.
What's the
I think
instant,
flight.
what's the
Pretty
instant
basic.
transmission?
You can tell.
Instant
basically
transmission, he
teleport.
goes like this, and then he can transport.
I've never watched
anywhere.
the show.
Well, we're
Actually, you know what? Definitely flight first, because I just thought about like what could go wrong with instant transmission.
You guys don't want
Yeah.
to shoot a fireball? You
Like, you
rather
can go
fly?
anywhere.
I shoot
Like,
you out
I
of
might
sky
end
with
up
my
in space,
fireballs.
I'm not sure.
Man, you wouldn't be able to shoot me if I would just
We
instant
need to get
transmit
off
myself
Dragon Ball Z.
over and
It's
over
been
again.
long.
So let's
All
go
right.
with. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, let's move on from there.
I would actually want someone to train me like Gohan Top Fidel and learn my own ki. That way I can learn all that.
Hey, Chris, somebody wants you outside real quick.
How'd you work on it?
All right, guys. What are some of your favorite like sci-fi animes?
Sci-fi one.
Yeah.
This is a good one for newcomers that we didn't talk about in the first one. Psychopaths. That has nothing. I mean, it's normal people. Detectives. No aliens. No nothing. They got
How
weird.
is it sci-fi?
They have guns and they are in like futuristic type stuff.
Yeah,
It is though. The gun.
Yeah, wouldn't you just like they have guns?
Well,
He's right. You would have to see it. It's easier if you could show a picture or something.
Well,
But
It's
I can
very-
actually watch it. It's in the
I'll give you
future.
Kevin now.
They've got the guns are more. They're like into their DNA, kind of like Judge
Yeah.
Dredd type guns.
yeah.
and hence the name Psychopaths. It's
They're kind
basically what they do is like they psychoanalyze people.
Mhm.
Like the gun would be like, oh, well, Brooks is fucking insane, and he's likely to kill somebody.
And you
So
get shot.
I'll
the
shock
spot.
him. It's kind of like Minority Report in a way.
I
So
was
the
just about to
gun,
say that.
Yeah.
so the gun determines that.
Yeah, the gun reads your psychological profile.
Yep.
Like just
by
giving
looking.
anything, like let's say you're having like a super stressful day,
Mhm.
and like you're likely to lose your shit, like you're working at the post office or something, you know. And
You mean like
If-
a normal day?
yeah, if your
Oh,
brain
what?
activity gets to the point where you're like about to kill somebody, you're gonna go lethal.
So it's a Judge Dredd meets Minority Report.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
And it what they're missing, there's sensors all over the city, different cameras and sensors,
Yeah.
and that's how they can find you. So there's like a sensor just on every street light, and it can sense everyone. And if one person's just emotional level or whatnot just starts to get really, really
You
raised
have to
from
go,
whatever thing,
yeah.
then cops they show up, they try to de-escalate the situation, and depending on what it is,
Half time they just
they'll shoot you.
Yeah, they shoot you off
They'll
the
just straight
wall.
up shoot you.
And
But
they
it just
send
shows.
you, instead of like prison, it's like you go to a shrink or something.
Yeah.
Like you go through some program. That
Yeah.
like kind of.
And
It is pretty-
And
it is
aren't
pretty-
the cops are kind of criminals themselves.
Yeah.
Because to use the gun, you've got to have like your own little psycho.
Sounds very nanny state gone crazy.
It is. That's exactly what it is. Big Brother on steroids.
It's very good.
Yeah, another good sci-fi that I really like, and you guys have heard me mention it more than once now, is Steins Gate. Steins Gate is excellent. It's very well reviewed, but it's all about a regular guy, and he thinks he can find a way to do time travel. Of course, most people are kind of laughing this off in the show, but he accidentally kind of stumbles across it, and then things just kind of get out of control from there.
Yeah,
But it's good, but it's very well dubbed. That's one of the hardest things to do with someone who's not into anime. If you get them something that's not dubbed very well, it'll turn you off quickly. And it's very well dubbed, very well animated, good story, good pacing, all that.
Have you watched it in Japanese? I mean, should I watch it in Japanese? Because it's probably the next thing I'm gonna watch.
I didn't watch it in Japanese. I think I may have watched an episode or two just to hear some of their voices. But I truly felt, and my friend who watched it and told me to watch it, he felt the same. I think he
The
did
dub
watch
too.
some of it. He actually felt that the dub was better
Okay.
than Japanese. And if it's not better, it's at least on par.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've spoken about it already, but I feel like since we mentioned the sci-fi, I think probably to me the big example of a sci-fi anime is that first Ghost in the Shell movie.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a heck of a sci-fi story minus the anime aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's just a really great.
Well, and for
the
me,
technology of
Yeah,
it,
all the transhumanist
Yes.
babble. And
we've
everything.
mentioned it numerous times. For me, Bebop,
Yeah,
go-to sci-fi.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell was good one. I think the first time I saw the preview for Ghost in the Shell, the person just went like invisible, kind of like invisible camouflage. I was like, all right, I'll look into it.
See, I just
And then
could
it
not.
got
I could
pretty
not
good.
get into the movie. I really, really like standalone conflict.
Yeah,
See, I was the opposite way
I
around. I
can't-
loved that
Yeah.
movie, but the show was such a departure for me. I was like, man, this doesn't really feel like it anymore.
Yeah.
You read the comic?
No.
Man, I don't know if I can even really say that. Like, I may get flack for this, but the comic I did not like at all. It's not. It's not good.
There's another quick question just come to my head. Should
Yeah.
someone read the manga or should someone watch?
Well,
That's really a different audience.
it really is. Yeah, that's actually perfect. It really is a different audience. Oftentimes, if you're going to watch them both, just like when a normal book gets turned into a movie nowadays, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, whatever, Game of Thrones, something's almost always left out. The manga, if you watch the manga, most of the time the anime at least has different aspects for various reasons. So if you're going to be a purist, somebody who's like, it's not like the manga, blah, blah, I wouldn't recommend doing both. But it's usually easier to get into watching anime just so you can do it quicker.
As a person that loves both, I'll say this: a lot of times the way the system works is they'll make a comic book, and then the comic book will get popular, and they'll make a show. But every once in a while, they'll make a show, and the show will get popular, and then they'll make a comic, and for some reason, those comics stink. If it's a comic that they based a show on later, I find I usually enjoy it quite a bit. But if it's a comic that they made based on a show, because the show was already popular, for some reason it doesn't translate back that way for me. Like Gurren Lagann was like that.
Oh, really?
The Gurren Lagann comic is not very good. It's just it.
Well, and one thing I know from those of us who have seen read some of the comics, the one thing that is different when you mention that there are a lot of anime series, and I mean a significant number, who the comic will be very popular, then they'll turn it into a show, like you said, and the show won't go anywhere near as long as the comic.
It's true.
So like Berserk is an anime a few of us has watched, and the anime is pretty cool. The setting of it was like medieval times kind of anime. The whole thing, they're on horses, they're fighting with swords the entire time. Then the anime just ends. The rest of the comic is all demons. It's just flips, completely does a 180. They fight no more regular people, and it's because right at the very end, it shows that it's about to change to that. So you watch just the anime, you're thinking that this show is about, but the manga goes on a lot longer, and it's almost all fighting demons.
Yeah, Kira's like that too, and Massacre of the Valley of the Wind is like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like 12 volumes.
I didn't know.
Where that movie ends is like volume 3 of 12 volumes of Massacre of the Valley of the
So
Wind.
that would be something else you have to keep.
With most manga, you have to. It's very hard to get a lot of American people to even pick up a manga because you have to read them backwards.
Backwards, yep.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Did you hear that? Backwards.
A lot of times that's like
They'd
really
be right to
because
left.
I'm more of an anime watcher myself.
Yep.
But sometimes when good
Did not know
shows
that.
like that end, I will start reading a little bit of the mangas
Yeah.
just because it's like I
read
know
some of
there's
the-
so much more to
I read
it.
some of the Berserk manga online, and it was good. He was getting much more powerful.
Yeah.
Bleach is another one. The manga keeps going.
I was about to
and
say
it gets-
Bleach,
it
prime
gets-
example.
It gets pretty serious later on.
So what's the next category? Comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we can do comedy.
Now, is it cheesy? Like, is it cheesy? Like,
Some of it is.
Some of it
Some of
is.
it's very
Not
cheap.
always, though.
Not always, but some of it, like Speed Racer, that is the cheesiest. Like, oh,
Speed Racer also came out in the 70s, though. So
The cheese is kind of what makes
something
Speed
like
Racer
that.
funny, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not like...
the movie was. I enjoyed the movie because the
I like the
graphics was kind of yes, and to see John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman was there.
To see John Goodman fight whenever he destroyed
Fights the
like,
ninjas.
like the ninjas type deal. He had a big old sumo. He had a sumo wrestler like ring on, and so he's standing there. People can see him. He stands there like this. He's like ha ha, and it just like sumo wrestler. It's nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
It's a fun movie. It's people hate it when it came out, but it's
Yeah.
like this is way less ridiculous than
The cartoon.
than actual Speed Racer. And,
I mean, it's because of anime like Speed Racer that we make fun of audio out of sync
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Godzilla.
Gozira! No.
I'm gonna put up Shin-chan. Since we're talking about comedy, honestly Shin-chan was a big deal to me when I even like first started getting really into anime later in like high school. I watched a lot of Shin-chan and I loved it. It's so great.
Shin-chan is certainly not one of those for the average.
Probably not.
For the average person.
But you know that show.
Yeah, and for some hardcore people.
Shin-chan in
won't like
Japan
it.
has been running for
Oh,
like
it's long.
21 years,
Yeah.
and it has like 6. It's their Simpsons. It's their version.
I
of
could
to
not
them,
give
it's-
it more than 2
it's on-
episodes.
I think
Yeah.
I got 3 or 4 myself, and that was it.
See, I don't watch
I'm
a
with
lot
you.
of
Yeah,
funny
I
anime
got about 3 or 4,
anymore.
and that was it for me.
If I want funny, anime's not the direction I go.
Yeah. Well, there are, and like you said, I think somebody mentioned earlier, there are several animes that you'll get that you're not expecting to be funny, and there'll be a lot of funny moments.
That's part of the reason I like Trigun so much.
Yeah.
They threw comedy in
Trigun's
there.
a trip, yeah.
That was part of the action, kind of.
Yeah.
Like when he's dodging bullets and stuff, and like
Because
like when he gets away in the first episode, and you're like, how do you do that? And they show later on that he goes to pull at his gun, and there's no bullets.
I mean, Vash is probably the most comedic character
Yeah, I think
in anime,
Yeah,
and
he's
at the same
persona.
time, probably the most serious character.
I know, as I say, when he gets serious,
Oh, when he
man. But yeah, he's super silly.
He will go to great lengths not to kill anybody.
Well, Sanity can back me on this one. Azumanga Daioh
Yeah.
comedy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, what did you say?
I'm sorry. What?
Azumanga
Azumanga
Daioh.
Daioh.
Okay.
Sergeant Frog. It was a comedy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
heard that was
You
kinda
know, you would
funny.
say comedy, and I don't. You know, you can't just like call
Noragami.
20 like you can for
Noragami
the
was
other
funny.
categories.
Devils a part-time. It was
I
funny.
mean, like,
Gintama I heard was really funny. I actually have not.
there's
watched
some
it.
comedy aspects that goes in the show with the Tachikomas.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
stupid
the little
kid that-
Tachikoma
yeah.
skits and stuff.
Yeah.
I found parts of Spirited Away very funny, but they probably weren't funny to most people.
I'm confused.
The spider, or no, the guy with the multi hands in the little ash pieces that came alive.
Uh-huh.
I found that entire premise hilarious.
I was. Well, I mean,
Like
I did
said,
too, but like
okay.
hilarious, and like this doesn't fit in this movie, or hilarious like this is
That's
the best
it.
part of this movie.
I
This
thought
is
it was
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say best part of the movie because that movie is a masterpiece.
Yeah. Okay. But I agree. Those the little guys they pushing the coal around.
I found that hilarious.
Oh man, it's so good. Also, there's some dark parts of that movie. That part of the movie definitely seems like much
Yeah.
lighter than some of the
Kamaji.
parents getting turned into pigs and everything else.
Huh.
Well,
I believe that was a jab at American culture.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel like almost the entire movie was a jab at American culture because it's this family that's moving into this area,
Yeah.
this different area, and they pick out anything they see, and they think they can just pay for it because they have money, and of course the
Sounds
parents turn
about
into
like this
pigs,
country.
and then the kid is assumed to not be a hard worker,
Yeah.
and the big thing is that she kind of fights through it, but it almost does seem like an entire poke it.
I'd be mad if it wasn't inaccurate. I mean, if it wasn't
Right,
accurate,
yeah, right.
If it wasn't completely accurate.
They released a documentary a little while back where they kind of went into the Studio Ghibli and they talked to Miyazaki and they talked to like two of the other big guys at the company, and man, I tell you what, the parts with Miyazaki are just, whew, man, it's like he is not happy with the world.
Oh,
There's
really?
a part where he says all anyone has today are cursed dreams. So he goes, at one point you could make a movie that made a difference, and then he goes, but now I don't know. And I was like,
This is a man
geez,
who
Miyazaki.
Anime for children.
He made My Neighbor Totoro.
I still want a cat bus.
No shit, that'd be awesome.
Cursed dream. Cursed dreams.
It is a cursed dream because it'll never happen.
So what about drama?
Drama would be Death Note.
Death Note.
Yeah.
That would be a drama.
Good drama mystery. I've watched one called Welcome to NHK.
Oh man.
Yes,
Love
that's the
Welcome
one
to
I was
NHK.
trying
Yeah,
to
I
think
loved
of.
it. It was excellent.
Yeah, I watched it
It was
earlier
really
this
good.
year. Welcome to NHK was actually.
know,
I know when
right?
y'all
good.
said that there was a live action Death Note movie.
Sure.
Yeah,
There's a few of them.
there's a
Right?
couple
There's
of
At least
them.
two?
I think
Yeah.
there's at least two.
Yeah, but it's
I heard it was
Not worth
really
it.
great.
It's
some of those.
it's the anime, but they have actors instead. I mean, it's really
It's the same as the
the
series.
Flash. There, it's not like there's not giant monsters or giant robots or anything in that show. So, it's just a live action.
This
Death
guy
Note.
and robots.
Yeah, and actually,
Hey, man,
I would
I love
throw Attack on Titan into the drama.
There's a
Yeah.
drama.
Well,
yeah,
see,
I
what-
mean, there's a lot of action in that, but to me, I see it first as a drama.
Along with that, I would throw in Full Metal Alchemist and Ava.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I'd put Big O in that category too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
further you get in, especially second season.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely.
I mean,
Do you
So a
guys
lot
ever
of
see?
these shows have
A little bit.
a lot of genres wrapped up in them.
Yeah, a
Okay.
little bit of
Oh, yeah.
everything. Got a little bit of corniness. Got a little
It was a
bit of
good deal
shock
of
and
it.
awe.
yeah, very few animes 100% take themselves seriously.
You know why I think anime is not so much a big deal now as it was like for us maybe 10 years ago? Because you have things like the Avengers.
Yeah.
You didn't have that kind of blockbuster movie that had that kind of budget with CG and things that looked real. So you got to escape in things like anime that was just stuff you've never seen before.
Well, and I think for a lot of us, it was our parents didn't want us watching it.
Yeah. Well, my
Yeah,
mom want me
my
watching The
ex-wife
Simpsons. So.
considered it cartoon porn. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
That is
It was
true,
a
though.
subculture. It was.
That's why
yeah.
it does help the popularity now that more people are into even comic book movies. So they're more open, slightly more open-minded at the very least. So it's a little bit easier to talk about it now.
It's,
I mean, if you could watch, like you said, if you could watch the Avengers, if you can learn anything about X-Men,
it's a little.
you can watch.
It's more.
anime.
It's more socially accepted now to
Yeah.
be kind of a nerd in certain aspects of
Yeah,
anime.
that's
and
true,
comic
actually.
books
But
and
I will say, anime is a lot more accessible now with things like Crunchyroll and.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
Well,
just
they put
the
it on-
internet. I mean,
Funimation.
Well, it's on the.
Yeah.
But those are
Well, yeah, that's
those
what-
are directly for anime. You
I
can
was
actually
gonna
find
bring
on
it up, yeah,
Netflix and Hulu. That's accessible.
Mhm.
Everyone has Netflix and or
Mhm.
Hulu. So even the regular person who's not looking for anime.
But even
is exposed
Netflix,
to
like
it.
I've noticed on Netflix, they've put a lot of anime on
There's a ton
Netflix.
on there.
Yeah, and like Matt said, like Crunchyroll, it's specifically for.
Oh yeah, Funimation.com
Yeah,
is all
and
Funimation.
Funimation
stuff,
has
right?
their own service now, actually, too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
And there's-
and it's dang.
I know.
That's the
So
first time
they
I
got it
saw
up there.
Devil is a Part-Time was on
The
Funimation.
Yeah.
only
There's
thing
And
with
Psychopaths.
I
Crunchyroll,
watch it through,
TV channels now.
yeah, the only thing with
What's that name?
Crunchyroll
Space
is that
Dandy.
it's
Yeah.
what
Oh, Space
100%
Dandy
is so much
trip.
fun.
Space Dandy is actually
So
really
Crunchyroll is
funny. I
100%
love that one.
subtitle.
But with,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean,
Crunchyroll,
it's
you
fine.
get newer stuff. Right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get newer stuff. Crunchyroll, they actually release stuff like,
It's like
the
Hulu.
day after
It's
it
like
comes out in
Hulu.
Japan.
Then, yeah, it'll put on the second day
Yeah.
or a week later at the most.
That's actually how I watched Attack on Titan
Oh,
before
did
you
you?
could really find it
Yeah,
here,
on
because I watched it on
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
And I mean, like, I don't have a problem reading subtitles.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, I do like
That's
a lot
what
of
I'm
the
eating.
Japanese. Yeah, I like a lot of Japanese voices and stuff. But yeah, sometimes you get tired of reading them.
But you can't
You
play
just-
WoW and read
yeah.
subtitles at the same time.
I don't play WoW. That's for
I did.
That's for guys with no lives and guys that don't listen to our podcast.
No one
Hopefully.
listens to our podcast.
Nobody listens to this
No
but
one's
us.
It's
just talking to Monty about subtitles. Hell, if you
not true. We've
the
got a
first
lot of
the 4 Ghost in the Shell Arise before Standalone Complex. I mean, you're trying to watch the subtitles and you miss half the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
the cool
I
Well,
mean,
I was telling Q, I became a better reader because of
Yeah.
subtitles.
I became
I-
a faster reader.
I've literally probably seen 1,000, maybe 2,000 episodes in Japanese.
Have you guys ever seen the
Literally.
Tatami Galaxy? It's this new
Tatami
thing. You can see it on
Galaxy.
Hulu. And it's this anime. It didn't get really big. It wasn't, I guess, super popular.
Yeah.
So it's only subtitled. But the guy talks like this. He talks really fast. He goes right through the show. He keeps talking. He goes right through the show and he keeps talking. And it's in Japanese and you had to read it. And so the subtitles, they'll pop up and it's like 2 lines and there's no chance to read this thing. I mean, it's just blazing through.
See,
but the
I've-
show is
I've
great. I love the way it
developed-
looks. I love the way
I've
it
developed a
feels.
skill of knowing what parts to skip.
Yeah.
While reading
Yeah, yeah.
subtitles. No, seriously, like you read it sometimes,
Yeah.
and you just, I don't know. It's like something about
You
the
piece
first
enough
part
together to.
Yeah.
and the last part. It's like you just learn what words you can skip when they're going real quick like that, and you still get it.
But you can't do that with
Yeah.
Death Note. Because you will miss something
No,
important.
that was Death Note.
Every
stuff like,
word of that
it
is
just
you got to
depends,
hear
like,
it.
certain ones.
Ghost
You'll
in the
be
Shell.
lost.
Ghost in the Shell is worse.
Is-
you have
is-
to watch
yeah.
all. You have to listen to everything on Ghost in the Shell.
and they
See,
go,
It's so
see that.
intricate. You have to.
So what about
you cannot
sports?
skip it. That's the thing that a lot of people didn't realize. There's a lot of sports anime, and they are good.
I had no clue
They
until
are-
today. Y'all
I
said
Yeah.
knew they were
that.
there. I just hadn't watched them.
They're good. I watched one called Kuroko no Basket. It's a basketball one, and I absolutely love it. And it's
I've
so
seen that
cool.
one.
and
They all
Prince of
have.
tennis isn't that. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hajime
it's
no
legit,
Ippo
like-
was a boxing one. That one's amazing.
They're not jumping over skyscrapers, dunking balls, or anything.
No,
Like,
nothing-
They're not
nothing-
superpowering into some sort of.
It's
No,
literally
there-
just a drama.
Yeah, there
Those
are
exist.
a couple. There are a couple
Oh,
that are
those
like
exist?
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think of it like
I think
One Tree
Ice
Hill.
Shield
Like,
21 is similar.
You know, One Tree Hill had them playing basketball all the time.
I'm sorry, I
Kinda like that.
Never watched
Never
that.
watched
show.
that.
My,
sir.
my sister makes me watch it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, your
makes
sister,
you
huh?
watch
Your
it.
sister doesn't me watch it.
Like,
That's a great
a
excuse.
Speed Racer and Initial D would be
Yeah.
sports.
Sports movie.
And see,
Oh,
Initial D
yeah.
is realistic. The Speed Racer wouldn't be a realistic car show, of course.
No,
But
no.
if you're talking about just regular, real stuff, like Kuroko no Basket, for example, it's about it's middle school basketball, right? They're middle school basketball players, but they look like they're 20. But that's anime in general. Every 15-year-old looks like he's 25.
And every 40-year-old looks like they're 10.
Yeah. But anyway, there's about the 5 generation, the next generation, whatever. So they had an amazing middle school team, and they all went out to different high schools. And each one from this amazing 5-person team went to a different school. Each one of these players all have their own specialty. One guy's a center, he dunks real good. One guy can shoot from almost anywhere on the court. Other guy's real fast, can dribble, etc., can pass. So it's not, most of it's not completely unnatural, supernatural talent, but it's just flashier. Same with boxing. The boxing, no one's doing anything that can't be done. They just make it look cooler because real boxing is not as cool as anime boxing.
Yeah,
I'll
Hajime
state that for the record.
Yeah, that'll make
Hajime
you
no
want to
Ippo-
run out and watch boxing.
I'm telling you,
but
watch
like we were
Hajime no
saying
Ippo,
earlier,
you're like, man, that's awesome. It's
and then
really
you watch
cool.
real boxing and be like, this is not as cool.
Nah, this is not even
Like,
close to as cool.
no.
Since we're on the sports one, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tech on Concrete, and I was talking about that movie Mind Game. Those two movies were made by the studio called Studio 4C. It's my favorite animation studio out of Japan right now, and they're making a comic book or a show about ping pong. It's called Ping Pong, and it is very good. It's based on a
Ping
comic.
pong
It's
player.
by the guy that did
Ping pong
the
animation?
yeah, right, that one right there. It's the comic. The guy that did the Tech on Concrete comic did the ping pong comic. There's actually a live action movie of this too. It's very good. It's
Oh, yeah.
very enjoyable, and
Playing ping pong.
the new anime show is great. Yeah, it's about ping pong,
But
but it's
that's-
written. The story is written with the sensibility of like a kung fu movie,
Yeah.
where like all the guy, it's like I have to fight this guy because he beat my master. You know.
But that's what it does. Though. It'll
love
take
stuff like
it'll
that.
take something that almost seems mundane or fairly, uninteresting, and it'll make it really cool.
We'll beat your Frank Man style.
Yeah, it'll be some of it's
That's
over
not
the
fun.
top.
Ping pong,
It's
man.
over
You
the
go
top.
get somebody that handles the paddle like this, and then you got the Japanese people, that Asian people that are like all crooked. It's weird. I've tried that before. I can't do it.
That seems so racist to me.
Hey, the first time I saw it was against an Asian, so
So this is we're drawing close to the end of our part 2 of the anime show, and let's finish it with top favorite as of today. Cody,
Top favorite as of today, just off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with Attack on Titan.
Just one. Just one.
Give a couple.
just one.
You go, one show, one
One
movie.
show, one movie.
Yeah.
God damn you
That's
guys.
too much. I can't. I've seen too many.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Gone
Start
too
over
far.
with it.
I've seen way too
No,
many.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, okay.
All
All right, one movie. I'm gonna go with, let's say, Howl's Moving Castle.
I mean, I don't know. I don't.
Oh.
It's not a
love
bad
it.
choice. Is it?
First time we heard that today.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
okay.
love it.
Mine's a Miyazaki too. I got you.
Mine's a Miyazaki
Quentin-
too.
I
So
like
Quentin's still
these
yours.
movies.
Quentin
Yeah.
show and movie.
Don't do it.
Actually, yeah, we mentioned before. As far as movies go, I really think Spirited Away was extremely well done. It is really, really good. When I first watched it, I was like, man, I didn't realize it was that good. I think that's what got me on the Hayao Miyazaki. That was the first one I watched. No, actually, I think I may have watched Princess Mononoke first. Actually, and when I think I watched it, I don't think I knew who did it. Overall, best anime, it's really hard. I almost want to say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Cowboy Bebop, one of them. However, if I had to pick just one that I like, I love One Piece. I absolutely love One Piece.
Monty.
For my movie, I'm gonna go Mind Game. It's a small movie, but seriously, she's changed my life.
Wow.
And I know, we wouldn't say that about a lot of movies, but
Put
that
that
movie had an effect on me, and as an
Mind
adult. So, and for best show, man, there's so many. That's so tough. I'm gonna put my nostalgia blinder glasses on full blast and just say Dragon Ball Z.
Chris.
even though I'm kind of obsessed with Bleach right now, I'd probably say Death Note. That's my TV show, and then for a film, I'd probably have to go with Akira.
Hey, Kevin.
Let's go, Gizmo.
Got this.
A TV show, since I'm actually rewatching Ghost in the Shell, I've forgotten how good of the tech and the cyborgness of all that. Shit.
Cyborgness.
Cyborgness.
That's the coolest.
Cyborgness.
That's the coolest new word I've heard recently.
As far as the movie,
Yeah.
I've seen a couple good Ghost in the Shell movies. Not Ghost in the Shell. Full Metal Alchemist movies.
Yeah.
So,
Sacred.
All right, Matt.
The Star of Milo's.
Yeah.
There you go, Star of
Yeah.
Milos. That's what it was.
I mean, you are wearing the shirt.
Man, I don't know. Attack on Titan is my favorite though.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I would
It's
totally, I
good,
would totally be
man.
I would totally be a scout, but I don't know. For series, I'm about to go with my old favorite, Trigun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Movie?
respect that.
I mean, followed closely by the already mentioned Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
And the cyborgness.
And the cyborgness.
And the sideboard.
But movie, I'm gonna have to say one of the ones that really, just really made me look at a collection of movies was Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
That was when I realized who Miyazaki
yeah.
was. That was when I was
Yeah.
like, I got to see everything
Like,
this man's
that
done.
dude is good.
and that's what brought me to the attention of Spirited Away when
Yeah.
that came out, and then everything
I was
else.
so surprised at
I
that.
think that was the first
All
of
right,
his movies
Santi.
I mean, his movies too.
Bebop, and
Yeah.
it just is.
Bebop.
Bebop is. I probably watch all of Bebop once a month.
Oh, really?
I'm currently rewatching it.
Oh,
He's
wow.
made me watch it.
It's not a crazy long
Yeah.
show. I mean,
Oh, no.
one-
I've seen it several times.
They could
I
have
own it.
made
I
10
love
more
it.
of that.
I mean, I can sit
absolutely love
there
it.
and watch it in Japanese with no subtitles.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. I have it on as background noise a lot.
I used to watch it every time it came on Cartoon Network.
And as far as movies, Jin-Roh, I found it very, very, very late. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but that movie is an absolute masterpiece. It doesn't get any better than that to me.
Good deal. Well, everybody, hope you appreciate it. Hopefully it was informative enough. And if you want to kind of get into the anime watching era, how do we put it?
Era?
Whatever. So be sure, like always, follow us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter as well. And
Watch more cartoons.
watch more cartoons. Until next time.
It's pronounced Akira, not Akira.